Welcome back. Let's continue reading. Just read about Artem Mikoyan and Mikoyan aircraft design, the MiG. That's the list of all the aircraft I have the most. I have downloaded everything. I got the PDF and I'd like to read about it.
List of Mikoyan and MiG aircraft. This is a list of aircraft produced by Russian Aircraft Corporation MiG, formerly Mikoyan, a Russian aircraft manufacturer. Models. Designation A Toya Stager Remarks MiG 11940 Production Fighter. Prototypes called I-200 MiG 31940 Production Fighter and Interceptor. Test for numerous experimental variants, most notably I-211/MiG-9 MiG-5/DIS 1941 prototype escort fighter MiG 61940 design reconnaissance/ground attack aircraft, remained a paper project MiG 71944 prototype MiG-3 re-engined with an M38 inline engine. Prototype called I-223 MiG-8 Utka 1945 prototype liaison aircraft MiG-9 Fargo 1946 production fighter, MiG's first jet, prototype. Called I-300, test for variants MiG-15 Faggot 1947 production fighter, world's first modern jet. World's most produced jet prototype called I-310 MiG-17 Fresca 1950 production fighter, based on the MiG-15 MiG-19 Farmer 1952 production fighter, MiG's first supersonic fighter, first mass-produced supersonic fighter, prototype called I-360 MiG-21 Fishbed 1959 production fighter and interceptor, most produced supersonic fighter widely exported to other air forces, originally to be based on U-5 but instead developed from MiG-19 variant SM-12 basis of many other variants MiG-23 Flogger 1967 production fighter and fighter bomber, most produced variable geometry aircraft, originally to be based on U-2 or U-8 MiG-25 Foxbat 1964 production interceptor and reconnaissance bomber, fastest mass production aircraft MiG-27 Flogger D/J 1970 production ground attack aircraft derived from the MiG-23 MiG-29 Fulcrum 1977 production air superiority fighter and multi-role fighter MiG-29 Fulcrum D1988 production carrier-based multi-role fighter. Naval variant of the MiG-33/MiG-29 MiG-29 Fulcrum E-2005 production improved variant of MiG-29 and MiG-33 MiG-31 Foxhound 1975 production interceptor, based on the MiG-25 MiG-33 1980 prototype eventually delivered as MiG-29. Designation also used for development of some MiG-29 variants and marketed as Super Fulcrum MiG-35 Fulcrum F-2007 production air superiority and multi-role fighter, based on the MiG-29 MiG-41 planned design stealth interceptor /heavy fighter under development as Mikoyan PAC-DP, expected to be introduced in 2028. Other experimental projects and prototypes. MiG I-210, IKH, MiG-3 re-engined with a M82 a radial engine, 1941, also known as MiG-9. MiG I-211, E, high-altitude fighter prototype, refined I-210, 1943. MiG I-220, a high-altitude interceptor prototype developed from the MiG-3, 1943. MiG I-221, 2AM, high-altitude pressurized interceptor prototype developed from the I-220 and powered by a twin supercharged M39 inline engine, 1943. MiG I-222, 3AM, high-altitude, high-speed pressurized interceptor prototype, 1943. MiG I-224, 4 AM, I-222 with improved air radiator and special high-altitude propeller, 1944. MiG I-225, 5 AM, high-altitude interceptor prototype, 1944, heaviest and most powerful of the I-220 family. MiG I-230/MiG-3U, D, improved MiG-3 powered by a M35 engine, 1942. MiG I-231, 2D, I-230 with M39 engine and all-metal fuselage, 1943. MiG I-250, N, motorjet fighter prototype, 1945, erroneously known as MiG-13. MiG I-270, ZH, rocket-powered interceptor prototype, 1947. MiG I-300, F, prototype for MiG-9, 1946, MiG's first jet fighter design. MiG I-301T, Foot, experimental two-seat trainer version of MiG-9, 1946, first Soviet aircraft with an ejection seat. MiG I-305, FL, experimental version of MiG-9 powered by a Luka TR-1 engine, 1947. MiG I-307, FF, prototype version of MiG-9 powered by afterburning Road 20F engines, 1947. MiG I-308, FR, prototype version of MiG-9 with Road 21 engines and a pressurized cockpit, 1947. MiG I-310, S, prototype for MiG-15, 1947. MiG I-320, FN, single engine, straight-wing version of MiG-9, MiG-15 predecessor, 1948. MiG I-320, R, twin engine, all-weather heavy fighter interceptor prototype, 1949. MiG I-330, Psi, prototype for MiG-17, 1949. MiG I-340/SM-1, prototype version of MiG-17 with two Mikoyan-MIG engines, 1952. MiG I-350, M, fighter prototype, 1951, first Soviet fighter to maintain supersonic speed. MiG I-360/SM-2, derivative of I-350, powered by Mikoyan-MIG engines, 1952. MiG I-370/I-1, swept-wing supersonic fighter prototype, 1955. MiG I-3 family, fighter prototypes in the 1950s. MiG I-7, heavy interceptor fighter prototype developed from the I-3, 1957. MiG I-75, swept-wing interceptor developed from the I-7, 1958, lost to the Sukhoi Su-9. U-8, supersonic jet fighter aircraft prototype, 1962, planned replacement of the MiG-21. U-150 family, prototype interceptors in the 1950s. MiG-8, advanced trainer forward/light attack prototype, 1996, lost to the Yakov of Yak-130. MiG-105 Spiral, 1965. MiG-110, proposed cargo forward/passenger aircraft, 1995, not built. MiG-2000, ramjet-powered SSTO spaceplane, 1990s, lost to the Tupolev Tu-2000. MiG-MFI Object 1.44/1.42, 1986-2000. MiG-LFI Project. Mikoyan-LMFS, proposed stealth light multi-role fighter, developed into the Sukhoi Su-75. Mikoyan-SCAT, stealth Yukov. Fictional. MiG-28, a fictional aircraft flown by the antagonist in the 1986 film Top Gun. The real aircraft used to portray the MiG-28 was a Northrop F5.1 full-scale MiG-31 Firefox model used in the film Firefox, parked at Van Nuys Airport, California in May 1982. MiG-31 Firefox, a fictional aircraft that appeared in Craig Thomas novels Firefox and Firefox Down, as well as the 1982 film by the same name starring Clint Eastwood. The aircraft was portrayed as a Soviet interceptor with stealth capabilities, and had a thought-controlled weapons system. 2. Its designation is shared with the real MiG-31 Foxhound. 3. MiG-37 Ferret, a fictional Soviet stealth model aircraft produced by the Testers Model Company, as a counter to the American F-19. The craft combined a faceted airframe design with cooled exhausts, and radar-absorbing skin. Purely conjectural, the design and ethylus turned out to be closer in shape to the actual F-117 Nighthawk. 4. MiG-242, a fictional Soviet aircraft appearing in the 1968 pilot episode of Joe 90, a British supermarionation television series co-created by Jerry and Sylvia Anderson. 5. Naming conventions. MiGs follow the convention of using odd numbers for fighter aircraft. However, this naming convention is maintained not directly by MiG, but by ordering institutions, such as Ministry of Defense or Council of Ministers Military-Industrial Commission, before the dissolution of the Soviet Union. The original designations for MiG aircraft are 2 or 3-digit numbers, separated by a dot. 1.44 or 1.42 is an example of the original naming. Although the MiG-8 and MiG-110 exist, they are not fighters. The MiG-105 Spiral was designed as an orbital interceptor, contemporaneous with the U.S. Air Force's cancelled X-20 Dinosaur. Gallery. MiG-15, MiG-15, MiG-21, MiG-21, MiG-23, MiG-23, MiG-25, MiG-25, MiG-29, MiG-29, MiG-29 OVT, MiG-29 OVT, MiG-31, MiG-31, MiG-35, MiG-35. References: Northrop F-5, a freedom fighter, and
Good. So that's my plan to read about all this. I read about the MiG-31, MiG-25, and next I will read the MiG-21. So then I find out if I need to need MiG-27. 27 and 29 are missing, and 33. But I have to look. All this list. I have to look the links. I have it open on my webpage. So I'll just read MiG-21.